You got your new music, Red, your version that's out today, and I know it's been really important for you to own your own music. And above that, you've also been a real champion for other artists to own their own music as well. So what was it like going back, revisiting that era, and doing it all over again?
It was an amazing experience, and one of the things about the whole discussion over music ownership is that this was something that started out as a really hard thing I went through. The fans are the people who turned it into something very empowering, where when they were just saying to me over and over again, we want to listen to your versions. If you redo it, that's what we'll listen to. So if they hadn't done that, I don't think I'd be having this amazing, exciting experience of being here, and you're here, and there's a short film of one of my favorite songs I've ever written, and so that's all the fans doing. And so this is really, I just wanted to think about what could I do over the course of 1 week that would make them as happy, or try to make them as happy as they've made me.
30 songs, you gave them a 10-minute long recording of All Too Well. I mean, that's going to make people's
maximalism. It's just a lot of a lot.
Yeah, and then the short film.
Yes.
Oh my, ouch day. Okay, so let's dive into the short film real quick. I saw it. Come on. When you step into this, because you wrote this, you directed it, you're in it, all of those things, and you cast this. So, I mean, think about everything that you did, and what was that like, that process for you?
Well, it was as all-consuming as writing a song is. I really, directing, I felt as fulfilled by it as I did when I craft a song and think about every aspect of it, and it comes together and then it goes out into the world. There are so many moving pieces. But honestly, the actors, Sadie and Dylan, they just gave everything. And I trusted them so much because I've watched everything they've done. I've been a fan of theirs for ages, and so I had a feeling if you put these two people in a room and you trust their instincts, magical things could happen. Yeah. They were electric in this. I really just am so proud of those performances, and I'm proud of how it looks, and I'm proud of how it feels to watch it, and I really, really hope the fans like it as much as I do.
They're going to lose their minds. They really are going to lose their minds. Last night on Fallon, you said, too, that the Red album in its entirety was sort of like a heartbroken person, right? And you had so much better of an experience recording it this time. So what would you then say to that Taylor who wrote all those songs back then?
I would say their fans are singing out there. They're singing like a chorus. I would say that's gonna happen. Like there's hundreds of people singing the words.
You collaborated again with your best friend, Ed Sheeran.
Yes.
Your bestie.
Yes.
What was that like, getting back in with him, and how you guys have evolved over the years together collaborating?
Well, we hang out all the time, and what's been so great is watching him as an artist and as a person, and we've both been through so many changes, but it stays the same with us. Like, it's one of those friendships where the friendship doesn't move even when life moves.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, he's a wonderful, wonderful friend. He's always there when I need to talk. It's nice to have someone who has the same kind of stresses and sort of challenges in life, So yeah, I love him. Yeah, it's sort of a tradition that we started a very long time ago. I think the first time that I started dropping sort of cryptic clues and things in my music was when I was 14 and 15 putting together my first album. And I wanted to do something that incentivized fans to read the lyrics, because my lyrics are what I'm most proud of out of everything that I do, every aspect of my job. So I really wanted people to read the lyrics. Okay. And when I was a kid, I used to leaf through CD booklets and just read the teeny tiny print.
Yeah.
And just obsess over it. And so I wanted to incentivize them. So in my lyrics, for my first, several albums, I would have all lowercase letter lyrics, except for capital letter, capital letter, capital letter every once in a while. And if they circled the capital letter and wrote them down, it spelled out a secret code, a secret passage, a sort of
fun.
It was really fun, and it would either tell them a story about the album or a hint about what the song was about. And so that's when it started, but when it got out of control was was when I started to realize that it wasn't just me that had fun with this, that they had fun with it too.
Oh, yeah.
And I should never have learned that, because then I couldn't stop. And then all I started thinking of was, how do I hint at things? Like, how far is too far in advance? Can I hint at something 3 years in advance? Can I even plan things out that far? I think I'm gonna try to do it. And look,
I think that it is perfectly reasonable for people to be normal music fans and to have a normal relationship to music. But if you want to go down a rabbit hole with us, come along.
Taylor is
the
your
water's
person.
Great.
Yeah, the water's
Jump
fine.
in. We're all mad here.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Also, with All Too Well, with the short film, I noticed a ton of Easter eggs in this.
Oh, it's ridiculous how many there are in that. The way that this song was written was, I was going through a bit of a sad time, and I was 22, and I was in band rehearsals, and I think I was 21 when I wrote this, and I was in band rehearsals for a tour that I was about to go out on called the Speak Now Tour, and I showed up for rehearsals, and I just was really upset and sad, and everybody could tell it was like really like not fun to be around me that day. And so I started playing guitar and just kind of playing the same 4 chords over and over again. And I just started the band sort of joined in, and I started ad-libbing what I was going through and what I was feeling, and it went on, and the song kept building and building and building in intensity, and the song just went on for about 10 to 15 minutes of us doing this, and then we got done with that, and then we moved on to the regularly scheduled rehearsal. And at the end of the day, my mom came up to my sound guy, and she's like, "Is there any chance that you recorded that?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yup," and handed her a CD. The 10-minute version of All Too Well is what was originally written for the song before I had to cut it down to a normal length song, because that's,
Yeah, in case it gets played on the radio or whatever.